Hey, what's up, YouTube? Master Friend coming up with a ETH bull run update. What boring price action for Ethereum. I mean, if you're a range trader, it's been a cakewalk for you. But if you're an expansion trader, which typically that's what we're looking for, we need some violence to make some money. And this thing is being limp sauce. Now, I really enjoy what's going on here because the more that price dangles underneath what retail is calling resistance, the more their stop losses come piling in. And that's exactly what we're looking to get fills on, is these people who have their hands out in the market. Please, please take my money. I'm ready to lose now. How far our dip makes it. So where was my low of the week so far? It was like dollars off. My bottom of the week was $30, like $27 off. That's pretty sweet. We just didn't get the expansion up that we were looking for, and that was kind of typical. First week of the month, why would we be looking for anything? Well, it's non-farm payroll, so that could be something. It just wasn't. Boo. But that's okay. So we have CPI this week. Whatever. I'm actually under the impression that it's going to want to dip just one more time. So maybe it's a long, drawn out dip. But let's just take a look at this little piece of price right here. We'll measure how long was that. 91 days. So 3 months of just sitting there doing nothing. Now, the beauty about this is what we call an idiot box. The beauty about this idiot box is it's just generating liquidity on both sides of the market. So you're just imagining that none of this is printed yet. And when you make this box, you're like, oh, I would love it if it took the low first, grabbed all these stops, get offered a nice discount buy, and then go ripping up for the all-time high. Well, son of a gun, it did the exact opposite. It went up first, tagging out all the shorts, simultaneously inducing a bunch of buying pressure, logic-minded traders who love buying green. Boy, do they love buying green. And they're all underwater now and or liquidated. Like, that was Ethereum's biggest liquidation, and actually the whole market. Like, it was hardcore. Billions of dollars. So, anywho, that's typically how I'd play the idiot box. Now, why is that important? Well, I want to keep that, but if we can get, we basically have the top of the box here. Well, that doesn't look too cool, does it? Don't do that on YouTube. And then the bottom of the box here. So what would be awesome is if price action came up, came down, tagged all these traders, bounced off of this guy here, and then started working its way up. And this would give us like a few months. Unfortunately, look, I want to rip just as much as you do and everybody else, but you got to be realistic, and you can't be just expecting up only. the backwards thing about this and why it works so good is because we have shifted trend. Okay, that happened. And we didn't just short-term shift it. This is a break in trend in a weekly time frame. This means that the downtrend no longer exists. Now, can it make another lower low? Yes, of course. It's crypto. But for now, we assume no, that's not happening. So we could come all the way down into this discount 786. Now, why would we do that? Ethereum and crypto is just an absolute butt face. So we have to anticipate that the worst can happen. The worst often equals the best pricing, the worst looking thing. So even if we did come down way down here, this would be probably the best buy of your life. And in my opinion, if you were offered this price, that we're probably never coming back here again. If Ethereum breaks that, she gone. And I can't even say if, it's when. When Ethereum breaks that, she gone. So expect that we can come down to a $1,600 ETH. It's not that we have to. Just expect it. And then when it happens, or if it does, you won't be caught off guard. So what would that mean if we were to start repricing lower, if we were to dangle around here for a while? If we started repricing lower, all the people who are expecting a $400 ETH, they will feel so on side. They'll be peacocking around the entire internet. And we'll be looking for our model in here. Okay, if we come down into here, we'll be looking for our model, which will be a swing low or a cup and handle or an inverted head and shoulder. Just whatever it is for you. It's high probability in the discount. That's what makes it so good. And it's not a 38% chance of you might lose that trade. You play your models in their respective environments, they're not medium probability, they're high now. Real high. So I'm down with that. Although there is a chance that we just start going turbo because it's running out of time. And if I'm saying big if, okay, big huge if it's predestined to come reach into this premium, it doesn't have a lot of time left to do it. So it's got to get going. So let's go to a 3-month chart. Actually, we'll go to this guy here. So it's got 22 days left to close this candle. I want you to think about that for a second. The 3-month chart has 22 days to close that candle. What economic event might happen in the next 22 days before summer that could start pushing that could start repricing up into a premium market? We have many news drivers this month before the summer. So these are when you can anticipate that price could make the macro move. It's not that it has to. It's that this is when it could and when we're looking for it. Think about the close of this next candle here in 22 days. If it just closed right there, what would the next candle look like? In my opinion, I think it would want to start reaching in here if it just closed right where it is now. In my opinion, I could see it wanting to start repricing right through this candle violently. Just open here and then start going up. And remember, this is a 3-month candle. So now we're talking about the summertime, right? And then into fall, before Christmas, maybe start reaching up in on the next candle. The higher time frames are going to set you free. They give you a good solid direction and bias, and where price might likely be wanting to go next. So this swing low in the discount on a monthly chart giving us a bullish bias. Even if it does dip, that's fine. That's great. That's perfect. You want it to dip, because then it gives us some more likelihood that we're going to have people to exit on up here. That's just how it works. So this here being beautiful resistance, this is what retail's looking at. And now their stop losses are piling up here. And the more that Ethereum stays here, the more that they're convinced that it's weak. Okay, so remember when we were looking for a flash dump since like last October? And those of you in the group can confirm that, and those of you that follow me on Twitter. Swing high in the monthly time frame, just giving it up. Like, it came in DApp liquidity. It made a double top, sure, but look, it took that swing high, didn't take that one, and created a swing high. So we got a bearish bias. Who knows where the dip's going to stop? We tried here, and here on a weekly chart, and finally she's given up the ghost. So here's our futures chart. And look, we're just still literally above support. And I was mentioning to you guys, like, we could come and revisit this, and that would be totally turbo bullish still. So let's see if we can get a close above. For June here, we traded down first to some degree. I like it. And yeah, still compression candles. So we'll see if this very next week here that opens will be here, and still no change. I don't want to see it dip too much, and if it does, great, whatever. If it does dip beyond 24, we'll call it, I want to see that the rejection back up is like violent and V-shaped recovery style. I want it to mimic this in like a 5-minute time frame or 15-minute time frame. If it mimics this here, then it's highly likelihood it's fractaling off and we're ready to go. And when it happens, if it's going to do that, you won't question it. It'll just be like, you'll be like, whoa, there it is. Fractals. Yeah, man. So I wish we had more excitement, but that's just what it is. We're compressing like crazy. So the next 2 weeks is where we have the highest probability of actually expanding. Expect something. Who knows? I would like to get above the blue box for the end of the week, and let's see what happens. Thank you for joining, everybody. God bless you, and we'll see you in a week. Peace.